as well as with, very, very consistent content, engaging and letting people know, sort of who you are, what you do. So I just want to say well done with that consistency.
Oh, thank you so much.
Absolutely. And so can you tell me really what your goals are when it comes to your strategies or what you're looking to build on?
Yeah, absolutely. I just need to clear some doubts. Sometimes, like how to create a strategy. For example, how to set a goal. For example, most of the people on Instagram, they set a goal that I need to hit 10,000 followers, 20,000 followers. That is
Mm,
a outcome goal, right? But I am a type of person who is a output oriented. Like I need to create one single piece of content every single day for 90 days. I will not care about the end result, whether I'm getting or not. So, according to you, how to create a strategy to grow on social media, on Instagram?
ah, okay. So when you say that you're posting every day, did you mean like because you have content to post or just because you feel you have to post every day? Or your own
Uh,
strategy? Just wondering what your strategy is, not saying you're right or wrong.
no, the answer is I don't know. This is the answer, real answer that whether
Okay.
posting a single, some people say posting three times a day will help you to boost. Some people say post daily to boost your Instagram. So I just
Sure.
need to ask from you, meta expert.
Sure. So you're looking for growth, right? And
Yeah.
ultimately is what you're looking for. And so when you post your content, like let's say your reels, for instance, which are typically meant to go to non-followers, I'm just wondering when you check your insights, or if you do check your insights, if you see the weight of followers that get your content versus non-followers that are reached. Do you ever take a look at that?
Yeah, I have checked a lot of times.
Okay. And so what do you notice mostly with the direction that your reels are going with regards to reaching a new audience?
So yeah, it is going to my reach is like 160,000 in last 30 days. So from that I can see that like it is reaching to non-followers.
How many? By comparison?
160,000. Right now it's 120,000 reach in last 30 days, I guess.
And then how many of the followers was then that was the 40,000?
So I need to check. Okay, I'm opening my insights. So yeah, professional dashboard. So account reach it is showing 116,000. So 10% are the followers and 89.2% are non-followers.
Okay, so that's fantastic. And so would you say with regards to the non-followers, are you getting engagement? Like do you get shares, likes, follows, comments from any of those non-followers? That's really what you want to focus on. If you're not getting engagement from your non-followers, then when we're trying to connect you or people are trying to find content that they'd enjoy and they're connecting to your account, it's possible that it's not the right connection. So what we're trying to do is make it easier for people to find your content who are interested in your content, as well as help, people, us deliver that content to them, but as well as help people find you. So your consistency is phenomenal. So I'll just say, if you want to post daily, perfect. That's great. We do recommend a minimum of 3 to 4 reels per week for that visibility and growth. And so what helps you determine the time of day that you post your content?
Actually, if I speak you frankly, uh, I don't even check the data, by the way. Like I just post every single day. I get to know like I need to post no matter what, right?
Okay.
So I need a strategy, like step by step
Absolutely.
framework.
Absolutely. So what I'm going to recommend to you then is to use the Meta Business Suite. Do you ever use that for your content?
Meta Business Suite.
Correct. It's where you can, sort of house your Instagram, your WhatsApp, your Facebook, and I believe Threads is starting to get integrated, but don't quote me on that. But the idea is that you can create your content, place it into the Meta Business Suite and into a planner so that you're being consistent and that you've got the content ready to go. And then you can actually schedule it out up to 75 days in advance. So that way, when you find that sweet time of day that is getting you that connection and that engagement from those non-followers, then you're able to consistently keep posting at that time rather than randomly when you maybe, so okay, let me put it this way. If you post 3 to 4 pieces of content, same time of day throughout the week, and then post 3 to 4 pieces of content on different times throughout the week, you're not really targeting that same audience. And the idea is that you want to reach and connect with that most like-minded audience at that time of day, so that when you do go to explore different times, you will see the difference. Oh, it's not as good here, or it's better up here, or maybe I should start in the morning. Does that make sense?
Got it.
Okay. And so as well, the other thing too is once depending on where you want your target audience to be coming from, looking at, the time of day when, if you're looking at people that are like your followers, if you look at the time of day that your followers are most active, you may or may not reach a wider audience because, that's your followers, but you may want to reach outside of that time zone, right? You might want to try to find other people that like your content outside of your immediate followers activity zone. The reason for that is because reels are meant mostly for non-followers and new followers, ultimately people stop seeing your reels unless they follow them. And that's where you engage with stories and going lives and using your Threads account. But with reels, because they're evergreen, it allows you to continually reach a new audience. Even if the post isn't, even if the reel hasn't been posted recently, you still can get engagement with it and still get visibility. So does that all make sense?
Yeah, got it. So, for example, if I need to show my reel to non-followers, so I should be posting on that time where my followers are not so active most of the time, right?
To a degree. I mean, really, those 10% of followers might still be seeing your content either because they're new followers or they engage with your reels. And if they're engaging, then they're likely going to see them more often, right? Like I see people's reels all the time that I engage with, but I also have completely lost touch with people who I haven't connected with. And, I got attracted to their account for their reels. But what you can do is if you want more followers to see your reels, you can certainly, use the story sticker button for follow so they can click on that. But what you want to use your reels for really is for that draw, getting that attention for those new followers so that you can grow your account, reaching out to, people that may not have gotten your content because of time of day, or maybe because you haven't been targeting with the right hashtags. So when you're putting in those tags, putting your name 4 times is not going to really help. In fact, it comes off kind of spammy. So I would only put yourself that tag once because your most recent reel, you did it 4 times. But what you're also going to want to introduce are hashtags to actually target people that would be authentically engaged in your content, right? So because you're helping immigrants start an online business, if that's who you're speaking with, if that's the type of content that you want to put out, that's when you'd want to then start saying like, specific countries, for online business are posting at times a day when maybe that they'd be more active because either they're looking to come to the country or maybe they're here but still engaging in other time zones or just not in a routine like normal 9 to 5, right? So that's when it's going to be time to do that exploration. Make sense?
Got it. Okay, so yeah, what you were saying?
Yes. No, I was just going to confirm with you as well. I have guptapriyanshu420@gmail.com. Is that the best email for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. All right. So let's just sort of talk a little bit more about what we were talking about. I just wanted to confirm that with you. So one of the other things that you can look into as well is I'm going to provide you with a Reels resource that is going to sort of give you the best practices so that your Reels can reach the best people for you. So what you want to do is, first of all, start by selecting a really short attention grabbing caption. And you don't have to go into a long story, but you definitely want people to be engaged with it right off the bat. You also want to realize these are people that may not know who you are. So, advertising to them or promoting, what you do has to be done in a way that, that would be engaging for them. They'd be interested, right? So make it fun, hook them in. Using text overlay is great for people on their phones who don't, maybe in a public place and don't have volume. Those are just some techniques that can help with the overall, quality of your videos. And then as well, just looking at, the videos, look at your grid, your Reels grid, just to see how your videos come off. That cover photo can really make an impression. So you don't want it to just be a blank black screen, right? So there's just some things that you can do that are cosmetically more appealing, but then what you want to do as well is use hashtags that are relevant to your brand. Again, so not hashtag reels or hashtag viral. Those won't help you. You want to experiment with some different sizes, small, whether it is even Priyanshu Coach or even if it's Toronto content advisor or again, immigrants to Canada or new to Canada or whatever, business, Canada business, or however you want to kind of play with those. And then you look at your insights and you'll be able to see, I reached more non-followers, I got more engagement, or you might see that it wasn't as effective and then it's time to kind of, shuffle those hashtags around a little bit as well. The idea is to get a better reach to a better audience, which doesn't necessarily mean larger reach, but it could mean more engagements, because you really want those engagements, right? You want the shares, you want the likes and the comments and the follows. Okay?
Got it. Okay.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Awesome.
will you send the resources on my email address?
For sure. So what I'll do is I'll follow up with an email just to go over what we talked about today. And just as a quick recap, your consistency is fantastic. So let's just try working on being more consistent with the time of day. And then what I'll also do, because you said you need structure and to get organized, I'll send you a blueprint course on using the Meta Business Suite for your content. It's a one-stop place where you can actually see what your content, where it is, like store it all there, and also where you're going to launch it and schedule it out, but at least have a plan so that you know you're being consistent. You can also see your insights. You can see what time of day has been really good for the reaching non-followers. And as a result, which hashtags are getting most of that reach for you because you're getting more non-follower engagement. And then what you can do is just try to look at that Reels resource to see, just quality ways that you can sort of perk up your content, make it more eye-catching, even with just a more attractive cover photo representing what the reel is about. Okay?
Got it. So,
Awesome.
do I need an editor, by the way, or do editing plays an important role, or the content concept plays an important role? I have seen so many profile who don't use editor having millions of followers, and there are some also other profile who are using editors in their videos, video editors, and they are also growing. So what do you think according to you?
It really depends on your audience. It depends on what the content is. It depends on what you mean by video editing. If you're talking about AI, that's entirely up to you what you want to use. You would have to disclose that it is created with AI, though. There is a disclosure there for transparency. However, if you're just looking at, in general, editing, the Reels resource will teach you how to edit your Reels as well.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Awesome.
So,
excellent.
Yeah, sorry. One more question. Can I ask?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sometimes what happens, like for example, I coach people, right, how to grow on social media platform. So yeah, I have achieved this milestone. It was not so easy for me, like 23,000 followers. But the main thing is whenever my students start posting content, they start getting 100 views, 200 views, sometimes 500 views and 700 views. And how to grow the views, sometimes they remain at the same thing, like 700, 500, 300 views, that's it.
You want to start targeting the right audience. You want to start experimenting with time of day. And then the other thing you want to do as well is look at your insights to see how long your content is being engaged with. If you're putting out 90-second reels and getting a 5-second viewing, you're not really going to be pushed out as much, that longer reel, because it's not being fully engaged with. So what you want to do is meet your audience where they are. See what they're looking at. But that resource that I send you on Reels will talk you through all of the best practices, as well as teach you about using the features that could best help you, like using trending audio. I don't like to compare one content creator to another, because you don't know why they're getting, if it's your student, that's one thing, but it could just be as well that they're not using the right resources, like Reels for growth. If you want views from their followers, they have to use stories. If they're getting no views on their stories, then that's another whole conversation. Like, you have to look at the analytics. Do they post too many stories? Are the stories not worth engaging with? Or, and there's so many different factors that factor into it. But I could definitely also share a resource with you on really how to improve your reach and tips on that, as well as how Instagram works and an explanation of the ranking so you understand how content is shared. Okay?
Oh, thank you so much for helping me out.
Absolutely, my pleasure. How do you feel about everything we talked about today?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, you have helped me a lot. Thank you so much. I just want to say thank you.
You're so welcome.
Yeah, another thing I want to ask, Meta, Facebook is also integrated with Instagram. So the same strategies can be used in Facebook Reels as well?
For the most part, I would always make sure that you are, posting to Facebook if you can, cross-post from your Instagram. Try to see as well which gets the most interactions, and then you could always, natively post those from your Facebook account as well. There's a lot of different ways that you can connect, but, check out the Reels resource. The blueprint course that you'll get as well for the Meta Business Suite, you can dig in there and learn more about and everything about, how to use the different features, the different types of content that, or the different types of products and features that we do have for you as a creator. So take a look, dig into that Meta Business Suite where you'll also learn about the planner and how to schedule your posts. And then you can also look at, how to create better stories, how to, all those things you can look at. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
If I need to contact you, how can I contact you again?
So sure. Yeah. These calls are a one-time outreach as well, unless we have an opportunity to connect again in the future. But if you do see another form populate, feel free to fill that out and one of my team or myself will reach out to you. But again, I will be following up with a few more emails after today. So you could definitely learn a little bit more from that also. Okay.
Thank you so much for your help. Thank you.
Awesome. My pleasure. Have a fantastic rest of your day.
Yeah. Okay. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So I was talking to Meta expert regarding the Instagram. I was not growing on Instagram, and there are so many Instagram coaches on social media who says you need to post every day, you need to post 3 times a day. So I just needed to know what is the reality. So I talked to her and I got the data. You can hear the whole recording and it will be helpful for you. Wish you all the very best. Bye bye. Take care.